Hey guys, welcome back to part 4 of our interview with our friend Nate, who is just now watching the Star Wars saga for the first time in his life. We have already done episode 1, 2, and 3. We'll link a card up at the top for episode 1 review that we did. And we're going to do something a little bit different because Zach and I actually came kind of completely cold into this one. So we're going to have a discussion, and we're going to let Nate lead this one. And today we are talking about Solo. So let's get right on into it.
Yeah, so I feel like it was very commercialized. Like, it didn't follow, I mean, I guess it followed technically the plot line probably, but you could tell that this was an afterthought, right? Because, like, all the other movies came out and they're like, oh, Disney wants to make more money. Let's go back and make a little extra.
Right.
But overall, I did enjoy the movie. I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
But
Fine.
Yeah. I thought it was fine.
Yeah, I overall, I enjoyed Solo because I think I went in with such low expectations.
Okay.
I was not excited when it came out because Rogue One had just come out, and I really enjoyed Rogue One. Then I went and watched Solo and was like, there's no way it's going to be as good as Rogue One.
Right.
And I went in thinking, and they had, and Ron Howard ended up directing it at the end because I think they had some fallout in that one as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
And I thought, and nothing against Ron Howard, I mean, he's a great director, but I wasn't real sure about where he would take Star Wars, which he ended up doing a good job.
Okay.
So
the questions that I've compiled, the first one, Darth Maul.
Yes.
At the end?
Oh, yes. Oh, spoiler alerts, by the way. You guys know that already.
Yeah,
Yes.
I hope you guys are cooler than me and have seen Star Wars. Darth Maul at the end, he got killed in episode, what, 1? Where did that come from?
So it was, the easiest explanation is total fan service. He had been in Rebels, he had been in Clone Wars, he came back in all of the animated series. So they threw him in at the end. Continuity story-wise, it worked fine. But for the majority of people, it was just, if you watch them in order, you're like, wait, what does that have to do with anything?
Because I watched him in order, and I'm like, he's dead.
Right.
Well,
he was...
Clone Wars is technically in there, and so, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
I thought it was pretty stupid myself, but...
I saw him, and I thought, well, maybe he's going to make a comeback like, yo, I'm not really dead, you know.
Total fan service.
I'm not dead yet.
I'm not dead yet, yeah, like some kind of telenovela, like... He's alive again, you know.
Total fan service.
Okay, all right.
That's all it was.
All right. I'm going to refer to my notes here.
Knock yourself out.
Okay. So the Marauders,
Yes.
the group of people, right?
This nest. Uh-huh. Yes.
Are they the start of the rebellion?
Yes. Impus Nest does make the comment in the movie about rebellion at some point. So yes, technically, they are a cell.
Okay.
And that's how the rebellion
Yes,
was.
and now,
Cells.
now that we've got Andor, which is a 8-episode series right now, I think they're doing a second season, maybe, I don't know. But anyway, in that one, they make reference to the rebellion is a bunch of little cells
That
all
combining.
kind of come together
I got you.
eventually. Yeah,
It's like
kind of like these guys are
ISIS.
these guys are ticked
Pretty
off.
much, yeah.
These guys are ticked off at this group. These guys are ticked off over here. These guys are ticked off over here. All about different stuff. And some of them are just there to watch the world burn. Like,
but the ultimate hate, or the ultimate hate
is
towards
the Empire.
It's towards
Yeah.
it. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So they're like a rebel alliance, basically.
Yes.
well, that's what it ends up being.
And
Yes.
that-
They call it the rebel alliance.
When
Okay,
you get,
all right,
when
well,
you get to
there you go
episode
then.
4,
You are a savant.
Yes. Without
Well,
knowing
it makes more sense
Yes.
if they would put it that way.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
all right, Childish Gambino, one of my favorite rappers. Right? He's Lando Calrissian. Is that how you say that?
Yeah.
Yeah. He is the Helen Pitts Douglas of robots. That was the only thing I could think of the entire time. And if you don't get that reference, the public school has ruined you.
You are completely speaking gibberish to me
All
right now.
So, Childish Gambino, the rapper, who's actually it's playing Lando Calrissian, right? Which later on does he become like
I did not know that's who that was.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, man! Donald Glover.
Donald Glover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not.
I didn't know he was a rapper either.
Yeah.
I thought I knew him from Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm.
Well, okay, but he's a rapper. Childish Gambino, right?
Okay. Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Redbone, right?
All right.
So, Helen Pitts Douglas. Do you know who that is?
This is the one that played the robot, right?
No. Okay.
I don't know.
Helen Pitts Douglas was Frederick Douglass's second wife, right? She.
Hold on. Let me part these weeds.
I'm just saying, man.
Yes.
If you're not a history buff, I guess you probably
Go
would
ahead,
know this.
go ahead, okay.
So, she was a white woman that married Frederick Douglass, who was an abolitionist. Abolitionist.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
Right? And she had a big part in his movement on abolishing slavery and doing all that thing. That's what he's doing with the robots. He's in love with his robot friend or whatever, and he's trying to free all the robots. And he does kind of free some
I
of
don't
the
know that
robots.
he's really trying to free the robots.
Well, but
The
but
robot-
she is.
Yeah.
So
L3.
yeah, that the whole time I'm like, this is the Helen Pitts Douglas of robots.
Okay.
Wow, that was a thing. Yes.
Yep, you're
Good
welcome.
thought.
You're welcome.
I would expect nothing less.
You're welcome, YouTube. You bring out some knowledge on your friends next time.
Starting to be clear why he hasn't watched Star Wars. He's too smart for that.
Stuck in his books, yeah.
Also, Lando, isn't he in the original movies or whatever?
He is.
Billy D. Williams.
Okay,
He's in
because
5 and 6.
I know that I've heard that name. This is a terrible reference, and I'm probably going to get roasted for that. Stranger Things.
Yes.
They kept talking about, one of the kids kept talking about, like, Lando Calrissian.
Yeah.
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 And I was like, I have no idea who that
Yeah,
is. But
Lando.
now I know.
Lando's the coolest guy in the galaxy.
Okay.
That's what it
Who does he get played on by later on? Because if he's in the later movie.
Billy D. Williams.
Oh, okay. You just said that.
Yes.
I don't know who that is.
He was the mayor, or what was he in Batman? What did he play in Batman? Not the mayor. Yeah, he was the
Yeah,
mayor.
he was the mayor.
He was the mayor in
1989 Batman.
Yeah, Michael Keaton Batman.
Oh. Is that the guy that looks like Lionel Richie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go.
Cool.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of stuff over the years, but I don't know that it's been anything. I mean, he did do Colt 45 commercials back in the day.
Everybody needs a cool, smooth
Back in
Colt
the
45
80s.
or
Yeah.
whatever the heck
Okay.
it was. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Very good. The female antagonist, Kira?
Kira?
Is that how you say that? I can't remember. Kira. It was something weird.
His
Yeah.
girlfriend from the beginning?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you get resolution on her later on?
Zero.
She just,
At least as far as I know. Maybe a book or a comic book. But
she just like,
yeah.
there she went with the yacht, the
Yeah.
vertical yacht.
Yeah.
It's not really a yacht because it's a spaceship. Well, that's disappointing.
Yeah.
Because I was waiting for, like, Han Solo to come back and, I don't know,
Right. Well,
not kill her, but
yeah. No.
no. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
well,
No
that's,
resolution that I'm aware of. Hey, leave a comment if you know which comic or book Kira makes another appearance and any resolution there.
Yeah, please do, because I'm curious, because I want resolution.
There you go.
I want some vengeance and vindication there.
There you go.
Okay. Also, Han Solo is an Imperial
Correct.
to begin with.
Correct.
Was that written for this movie, or is that in the original storyline?
That's the original storyline. The original storyline was his childhood. He was I guess not original, but he was a street urchin, like he was.
Yeah.
So they did take that. I was happy they did that.
Yeah.
But then in the Shield of Lies, Tyrant's Test, and there's a third book somewhere in there, series, it kind of dives back into, he's got a cousin. His cousin's name's Thraken Sal Solo. So he did have a family.
Okay.
And there's another book where he was actually, his great grandfather was a pretender to the throne. Courtship of Princess Leia. They kind of go back to his early days. And then there is a 3-book Paradise Snare, Hut Gambit, and something else. I can't remember the other book off the top of my head, where it's a young Han Solo. It kind of tells where he came from.
Okay.
And they scrapped the majority of that, which was actually a great storyline to begin with.
Okay, so they should have thrown that in there if they
They
could
should have actually just done those 3 books, in my opinion, but that's
Interesting.
okay.
Interesting. Okay. Okay.
Maybe not all of that storyline, but a lot of it, yeah.
A lot of it.
His lineage, yes.
Okay.
Because the whole point when he comes up to the Imperial officer and he says, you know, who are your people? What's your last name? And he just goes, Solo. That was so dumb. Oh, that hurt my soul.
Gotcha.
It really did.
It did.
Because it was like, well, you just totally trivialized his name.
Okay.
So,
Interesting.
that's okay. That's
All
okay,
right.
though.
Interesting. Well, okay. So, the character that Woody Harrelson plays,
Yes.
is he an original piece or is that a...
Just for the movie.
Okay. So this was really just a spinoff.
Yeah, it really was.
Okay.
It was,
All right. That's fine.
It was.
That's fine.
It was throwaway, 100%.
Yeah.
They don't use it in any of the stuff in any of the other movies.
No, that's correct.
Disney stock sucks, so they needed to make some money. I get that. That's fine.
Right. They thought, hey, everybody loves Star Wars, so we'll do an origin
Okay.
story on Han Solo, and we'll just...
Okay.
No, and it actually kind of derailed some of their. Like they had some other stuff in the pipeline, and it bombed so bad that they were like, "Oh, wait a minute."
And then they backed up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So from a storytelling perspective, because that's essentially what I'm trying to get, right? Is the story of the Star Wars
Right.
series. That one was more just for fun.
And I think I told you that before you
Yeah, you
watched
did.
it a long time ago. I said, this is
You did.
just...
No, honestly, if you skipped it, it wasn't going to be a big deal.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just okay.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That makes it. That honestly kind of makes it more enjoyable.
And maybe that's why I liked it so much, because nothing that happened in that movie honestly matters.
Right.
And we had some good characters, like Infus Nest from the Resist or the Rebel Cell, and Kira was okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I kept expecting her to get on a dragon and fly away, but
Get on her dragon and fly away.
yes,
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, yeah.
Never saw those.
That's, whole new series. Jurassic
I
Park,
don't know.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I've never seen Jurassic Park or Game of Thrones.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't,
Okay.
I don't do series very well.
No, I
I'm going to be
understand.
honest.
I understand.
I don't want to do this on Game of Thrones.
No, that'd take- Yeah, watch somebody more professional than us.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
What was my last point? I really only had one.
No,
more
really,
point
the
after
only
that.
the only thing that I can think of that movie might actually give a little hint into the other stuff is the DL-44, the origins of the DL-44,
was so cool.
Ah,
He broke it.
and
Yeah.
the shooting first thing.
True.
I mean,
Yeah.
those are the only two which haven't got to that. So
okay,
just
that
ignore
makes
it.
more sense because I didn't
Yes.
know what we were talking about.
But those are the only two that I can come up with.
That's a good point. I really had forgot about the
But
shooting
if you
first.
if you did not see that,
Right, you wouldn't know. It,
it
wouldn't matter
it
anyway.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
No, the DL-44 was incredibly
That's his pistol.
cool for us as fans when he brings out a rifle and starts taking the stock off and the muzzle off, and he tosses him the DL-44, and like everybody was going,
Gotcha. Well, I mean that makes sense. So it's the Mauser, the broom handle Mauser, right?
yes,
And they had stock attachments to them.
yes, they did.
So that's clever.
Yeah,
That's very clever. Because
Yeah.
they would have the stock attachments, and then they would
Which-
have like select fire.
which wasn't even close to what the original was, I'm sure, when he actually had it
Yeah.
in rifle configuration. But yeah,
Yeah, no, it didn't look like it.
Yeah.
But the idea behind, like, oh, let's throw a stock on this bad boy and let's
Right.
throw, yeah.
There was an old Steve McQueen movie or something where he had the same DL-44 with a stock on it, and the name completely.
It's actually C96. That's the Mauser designation for those broom handle guns.
The stuff you know is.
See, I don't know Star Wars, but I know guns. So.
It's terrifying. Yeah.
But okay, all right. Well, they are cool. Like we talked about, the offset sight the offset scope makes me just cringe. But
And never once does it appear that they use it.
Yeah, well,
in
yeah.
The movie.
Why do you
It's
need a
always
scope for a
if
pistol?
Anything, the iron sights or just.
just
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
doing the James Bond.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
firing away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Overall, it was an enjoyable movie. like we talked about, did not really thicken the plot all that much, other than the Darth Maul thing, which had me all confused.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, he died
You can now exit that out of your brain
I
because
will do
you'll
that.
never need it.
Yep. That is true.
Okay.
So looking ahead now, we've got Rogue One.
Rogue One is my
Coming
next
up.
one. And then...
Which my request to you, if you can find the time,
Mhm.
have Rogue One and Episode 4
just stacked.
stacked together.
Even if you watch the first
Even if you
5
watch the-
minutes of episode
Watch
4.
the first 15 minutes of Episode 4. Yeah.
Okay. Now, episode 4 starts the
Original.
like, original 70s, what you guys grew up with.
1977, yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
And you're watching these on Disney Plus.
Yes.
So
I should be able to stack it right after.
Oh, yeah.
the
Yeah.
other.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right.
No, because it one leads right into the other.
Okay. Well,
yeah,
cool.
they did a really good job. And when you watch Rogue One, I know we're kind of jumping ahead here off of Solo, but when you watch Rogue One, remember that Darth Vader in Rogue One is obviously not the same person. The suit is way better as far as movement for a character and all that.
I gotcha.
So when you get to episode 4, you're going to revert back to the 1977 technology. So,
right.
yeah.
I knew there was a
It
disconnect
is a
there.
little jarring because it is 40 years of difference of
Right.
when they
Yeah.
came out.
To be expected.
So don't be shocked when you get to episode 4 after you watch Darth Vader in Rogue One and go,
Huh.
what's off?
Yeah.
Just put it out of your
Okay.
mind.
All right. Same guy, just
Yeah,
Go with
same
that.
character.
Same character.
different
same
actor.
character. Yeah.
Correct, yeah.
The better CG, better all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah,
Because
so-
James Earl Jones did the original Vader voice.
Yeah,
Okay.
David Prowse actually did the original stand-in the suit,
The movements and stuff. Okay. All right.
which we'll show you. I'll show you some outtakes of that with his high-pitched English accent on set. It's terrifying.
Nice. That's awesome.
So
It's basically like Sting in a costume.
Rebel Alliance.
it was very much like that. Yes,
It's like Sting in a costume. All right. Cool.
yes.
All right.
So,
Cool.
all right. Well, anything else that you can think of that
I can't think of anything.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to gloss over Solo so quickly, but
It honestly is throwaway though.
it is throwaway.
Yeah.
It was fun to watch.
Yeah.
And I've watched it multiple times since it came out.
Okay.
If I'm like, oh, I just watched Rogue One, or oh, I just watched something else, and I'll be
I'm
like,
gonna go
oh,
throw it on or something
Yeah.
while you're doing something. Yeah.
yeah, at
Makes
least
sense.
the CG was better than 1, 2, and 3. So
Fair.
we're
Just when you want to watch a robot revolution.
yes, L3.
Now you're gonna have to go back and think about Helen Pitts Douglas.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some minor research on that.
Yeah.
I'm curious. So
You'll like when you figure out what I'm talking. Like, go Google that, rewatch it. You'll be like, okay, I can see that.
fair enough.
I can see that. Hopefully,
Enough. So,
Uh,
all right. Well, I think unless there's anything else we can come up with real
I think
quick,
that's good.
wrapped up.
guys, thank you for joining us again today. Hit like, subscribe, and of course, we're taking a break from doing some builds right now, just for a week, and then next week I'm sure we'll get right back on the build train. So we'll catch you then. Thanks.